And now AI has come in, so it will help the law and justice and everything to work better.
You have seen the tagline, AI can make mistakes. You have to be creative. If depending too much on AI, one fine day, the human being will realize that they do not know how to write a simple sentence. See, technology is good. Technology is a very bad master. It's a good servant. Justice has to be equal for everyone. Equality of justice, when you talk about it, that is for a common man and a rich man and everyone it should be. A corruption-free government is the only solution to every problem.
Is it possible properly to get completely, because the population is big, you can't compare to countries like Singapore and all that will become as corruption-free as them. One word that comes to your head for justice in India.
Justice delayed is justice denied, not always. It's justice hurried is also justice buried, I should say.
Wow. So, Mr. Raha, thank you so much. Are you seeing the way maybe BJP is handling the anti-incumbency word जो हम use करते हैं? You guys have gone through it when a very bad blow.
Correct.
After 33 years, taking that blow is like losing your, a parent losing the ground kind of a feeling. You are seeing another party goes through that anti-incumbency blow, but they sound very confident. वो हर बार उतने ही जोश में आके बोलते हैं कि, तो do you think that they have a different attitude towards dealing with it vis-a-vis your party, which was very comforted, very complacent कि हम ही हैं जो है, and वो attitude ने आप लोग को ज़्यादा defeat किया rather than the anti-incumbency mood?
Seeing on Nandigram, whatever happened, at that point of time, we are all aware, Rajnath Singh also came down and supported Mamata Banerjee. So it is clear at that point of time, the growth of Bengal was stalled by both of them, both the parties. Now BJP is taking a different stand after 15 years. So it is clear acceptance of their fault at that point of time. That policy of development in Bengal, growth of Bengal, this was completely taken up by the left government. So in a roundabout way, today when BJP speaks of such development, then retracting from the resolution they adopted at that point of time proves that left was in the right path with regard to the development of Bengal. And subsequent stage, in 15 years, we have seen what West Bengal has passed through.
Yes, and they blame now. BJP blames TMC, who they supported.
Exactly.
15 years
That is what our version is. Because again, the BJP is half filled with the TMC, what we say. Either today, again in this election, we will find many of the, after the election, see, it's very clear. If it is a full swing for BJP, let's assume, do you think the TMC party will itself survive? Many of them winning candidates even
will move to
we have seen this
government,
before.
Yes.
Again, if it is reverse also. Last time also we saw the BJP candidates moving on to TMC.
Yeah, we have Babul Supriyo and many
Not only, there has been situation when winning BJP candidates, they went and stood for Lok Sabha election. There was a situation where in a single walling, where they do all this painting and everything, we find the name of a candidate with the lotus symbol, and we find the name of the same candidate with the TMC symbol. This is the scenario, it takes place in Bengal. So, will the people be able to trust this kind of leaders? Now comes the question, the second part of your question, that when you look upon an individual, so the credibility of an individual also matters a lot. And lawyers, as a lawyer, I would say, being a legislator, being in a parliament, everything, we have seen good parliamentarians who are lawyers from the legal background, legal fraternity. Because law is made there.
Yes.
That's framed there. And I, being a lawyer who has the roots out here, working on a implementation level, on an execution of the law level, I know what are the basic loopholes, what more the law requires to be changed, amended, or newly brought into. Those things can be clearly vented out in the assembly. Additionally, other problems, everything, see, law is nothing but a boundary of human conduct, I would say.
Yes.
So what is permissible under law and what is not permissible under law, that is very clear. So for the sake of betterment of the public, that knowledge is an additional help.
Yes.
Rather than in an assembly, in debate, cursing the opponents or hurling words at them, exchanging words which are irrelevant, I think lawyer makes a better sense.
Coming to your journey, 24 years in the legal journey, and I think equally same amount of years, you have also aligned your vision to a particular ideology, be it left. You've never swung your thoughts in 2 or 3 different minds. So we see that you've kind of aligned to one thought line, and you've practiced something which is not something which is very reserved to one, because I see you fight cases on both sides. You are a person who has had a dual lens, defense lawyer and a prosecutor. So how does that state prosecutor and defense lawyer, do both the characters you've played? Is it not something that you're going to do now also, politics and a a lawyer who's there to protect the law and yet give justice? So this dual lens practice of yours in your legal career, how difficult was that for you to be a defense lawyer or choose being a state prosecutor?
I prefer to keep the personal, professional and political compartments separate.
जो नहीं हो सकता.
ना होता है कभी कभार. So because that is how you handle things. So mostly being a professional, firstly, my political ideology has been long back because I have been from a family which is left oriented. Now,
just for the people in simple terms to understand, like left बंदा क्या सोच रहा है? It's too idealistic. Simple terms में बोले, सब कुछ बहुत idealistic होता है. It's just like perfect,
ideal
near
तो
to
होता है.
perfection.
There are other things also because see, the changing nature of the society also will add up.
So they adapt.
When there was a theory which Marx and Engels thought of, now with the changing nature of the society, this thing has been implemented. I'll tell you in the later calls
we will
also
talk
why
about in the changed,
change. Even there is concept of Marxist theory of criminology also. We have that also. So there are things which
has evolved
passing
with
on.
time.
There are certain theories which are evergreen. So when we think of that, so it's ideologies first. Then there are situation-based things. As of now, we want a governance to be completely free from corruption. Because in the left regime, it was a situation when the government changed and every time there were scams and all these things were coming up. So left were threatened that scams will be brought up from the 34 years regime. So none of these scams could be big. There were no scams. So that is the reason it is easy for us to say that when in assembly you are zero, so we are zero in corruption also. So what I find is that ideology, obviously, we prefer academics. That is one part with leftists always. We academics for education for everyone. Another part, you understand this Kerala situation, okay, literacy out there. We talk of employment. We talk of how the benefits the people are going to get with regard to other senior citizens, women, social security.
So basically a social structure growth, development in the whole social
structure. These all are coming out of the ideology which we follow. These things are needed because this basic ideology is the common things which are required in any modern society. So we are on that. Ideology is there, but welfare of the people is of paramount consideration.
That is what drives it. Coming back to your lens of being a lawyer, defense and a state prosecutor, how much truth is there in the courtroom when you're playing the role of either of it? Kitna sach hota hai?
Primarily, I'm a defense lawyer. I have the civil matters also and matrimonial matters also, but criminal side, I'm a defense lawyer. Presumption of innocence is there until a person is found guilty. That is what our country, the law states. So defense is a right. So that part I have been defending lawyers. But when I got into opportunities to become the special public prosecutor, so that doesn't come within the panel or an appointment in that way. It comes only on a case basis. Important, sensitive cases, those we are assigned. So when in sensitive cases, so the first case I got was relating to a fake Indian currency notes.
Okay.
So that I learned a lot, because that was my first case acting as a special public prosecutor, and I secured a conviction.
Oh.
So from there I learned the gaps also. Again, when I started off giving training to the students, to the police officials, there I could guide them that, see, I found small lapses in such cases. This investigation should be made in this way. So our profession, experience is the ultimate thing. So getting an experience, I have utilized more of this experience in this prosecution part in my academics for training up from students to police
But
officials.
there's no ultimate truth to anything. कुछ भी case or scam में आप लोग जब you fight for a case, be it the fake currency one. Like we saw this movie, no, Dhurandhar. It was all about fake currency only. But the thing is, how much of truth can be guaranteed that you are voicing the truth, because everything is so manipulated. You said that investigation में ही loophole था.
But for 2-3 faults of the investigation, the prosecution case will not be shattered. Okay, there are other things also. Suppose I say in a room there are 3-4 persons out here. So suppose one of the persons as a witness retracts. So there is a backup with the supposed CCTV footage. Then there are other evidence. There might be DNA evidence. There might be other people who have seen us coming in and going out. So it doesn't depend on only one. Investigation work is to unearth the truth. Now, for unearthing the truth, there will be several layers of evidence which has to be secured by the investigating agency, so that if for any reason one fails, then there is second line of also action where it will guard the truth. Once the truth is found, the truth has to be guarded by evidence. I say it layers of evidence. Okay, so naturally,
but evidence can be tampered so often, like in the case. I will not bring big cases. RG car case we saw.
No, evidence. It's
how do you deal with such cases where political influence comes in?
That is under appeal. I'll not comment on that.
You can't comment on such cases. But any incident where we see, when we hear as a commoner, na, we just see the case in the media being played off. ऐसा लगता है इसमें तो कुछ सच आएगा ही नहीं. Now, from your angle, if we see you guys are saying investigation के layers होते हैं, there's so many evidences. One gets tampered. That's not the ultimate.
No, it's not question of tampering only. Tampering is a different thing, and court mein admissible hona is a different thing.
Achha.
So when we talk of evidence, see, tampering is any evidence we find who will be the beneficiary of tampering of evidence, the accused person.
The accused.
So that is the reason bail mein condition implied रहता है that he will not influence witnesses, he will not tamper with the evidence. These things are there. So he might tamper with the evidence. There is a file which has certain documents and papers that is necessary for the investigation. So I'm aware that police might seize that file and get sufficient evidence against me. I changed the set of the documents. That's tampering. Okay. Suppose there is a hard disk, I suppose. There's data in it. उसको चलो पूरा format कर देते. That's tampering. Now, बाद में forensics, data deletion के बाद, formatting के बाद, forensics separate part. But that is tampering. So when this evidence एक conclusive जगह पहुंचता है, then it is placed before the court to get it admitted before the court. Suppose it so happens is that, suppose one of the witnesses, vital witnesses, it passes away before the evidence. Now then what? Will the case go away? No. We have this, what investigation says, there are second layer also. Suppose I say the eyewitness chala gaya. So if there is a CCTV footage, or any person who can
So
vouch.
the investigation is a very important plug in the entire justice process.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
exactly.
that is something where even you as a lawyer depend on the more transparent the investigation is, the more thorough, the easier it becomes for you, or the justice will be prevailing. It is all dependent on that.
Evidence
or
collection.
your arguments help even if investigation is not there.
collection, evidence collection is a various steps hota hai to find out the truth. We talk of the integrity of the evidence. Okay, there are various stages of maintaining the integrity of the evidence. That is one part. Again, the more concrete, because the prosecution has to keep, prove a case beyond reasonable doubt. That is necessary. So, and as a defense lawyer, we have to create a shadow of doubt.
Okay.
So that the benefit of doubt goes
So
in favor. Interesting. So it so happens that we generally discuss when we talk, and rest part is argument. So when we reach the prosecution, the more they have tightened the noose, it becomes more difficult for the defense to argue the case. They have to argue a lot and explain the circumstances and break that this is not admissible, this is not a situation, these circumstances are such that the guilt, the accused cannot be held guilty of such things because the circumstances, there is a shadow of doubt. All these factors so happens. So when we in court, one way when we learn that the defense में कैसे कैसे हम लोग निकल जाते हैं. So when I go for the prosecution, so I know what the defense will ask.
So you know both sides, like
Yes.
चोर को ही पुलिस बना दिया है तो they will get to know who is ahead. You are smarter or the defense is smarter when you who
I'll tell you one thing. Before that, who is smarter say, for me, it's ऐसा हुआ है, have you seen anywhere that the police is stating that this type of crime is coming soon, जैसे पोस्टर होता है. पहले क्राइम कमिट होता है, उसके बाद. So any new genre of crime, that is always invented by the criminals and the offenders. So, and with regard to this, कौन सा दोनों में, so I'll keep the defense lawyer ahead of the prosecution. Me as a Soumyajit Raha defense lawyer ahead of the prosecutor.
You have been, and now we'll come to some of the interesting, the segment 4 or chapter 4 of your life is you have been involved in high stake cases. You're smarter in your professional approach because you ruled the lower courts. कोई नहीं जाता है lower court में, but you started your game there. You did not want a boss. You're the first advocate जिसको अपने ऊपर कोई नहीं चाहिए. So you went to the market where nobody else is gonna be the boss, but you are the king of the lower courts, at least in the space I know. And you formed this 25 people team now. And half of it more flooded with youngsters, which is so tough to work with. I don't know how you work with them.
No.
They only work like owl, and I don't know, day and night, but I don't know if they work with you're able to handle their tantrums in the generation. But dealing with someone with a high stake cases in your journey, I've seen you deal with cases like Sharda scam. That's when I first time encountered meeting you, Rose Valley, then cybercrime, NDPS, and even cross-border scams. So these are like all sensitive space, all monetary influence space. Coming from that, what do high-profile cases teach you about the power actually works in India? And is justice equal for everyone? Because in those stake cases, I don't think it is just about getting the right investigation. The whole investigation also will happen how is might be drifted because there's political power, there are other influences vis-a-vis the case nature. How would you deal with? How did you deal in past? And if you have any one story that is allowed to be shared.
There's another one is of cyber slavery also.
Okay, cyber slavery. Yeah. Now we know digital arrest is the new
digital arrest. So I dealt with, created the awareness program way back in probably 2024, 3 or 24 middle of the year. So this there has been issues where we find that the see, it's not always about politics, political power or money power, etc. Like this, the problem with the new generation is that this easy money. You have to understand. They are irrespective of anything about it. But local level political people patronage at times might have been there. But these crimes, you will be shocked to know that there has been teams aging from 19 to 25 years of age.
Okay.
What they do, all sorts of gaming apps and all the scams which take place from all India, they create all the mule accounts to which the money is laundered. And this mule bank accounts are in the names of certain companies. Even the persons in the name of whom the companies are from, they also don't know. They have only signed the paper against some money. The mule account holders get a commission out of that, 1%, 2%, and crores of funds are, and they get converted into crypto. And this crypto, this again goes abroad.
Oh my God, and that's how their cryptocurrency,
Yes.
the entire market is booming like hell, which is not.
This is one. And with regard to cyber slavery, I will tell you that there are guys with unemployment. So they are asked that they will be given employment abroad. Now, they are being taken to on tourist visas to certain countries where there is e-visa. When they land there, their documents and papers are taken away, and they are taken to scamming grounds where they are forced at times under gunpoint to scam Indians from there.
There is a scamming ground.
Yeah. Those are scamming grounds, creating fake Facebook accounts.
They're taught, they're trained and then
forcefully trained. That's forced labor again. So that's human trafficking and cyber crimes together.
That's what I'm first time hearing trafficking like this.
That is why it is called cyber slavery. You'll find all over the net.
So they get lured over money कि पैसा मिलेगा कि they are just fooled.
पैसा तो मिलेगा ही. वो पैसा they again, that is through crypto, that is given someone over the agent here who gives it to their family. So people are forced to work over there. Now, these are scamming grounds in Laos, Cambodia. There are scamming grounds.
And the ones who are going have no idea where they're stepping into.
Yes, they have no idea.
They simply said that you're getting a good job, a IT world job or something. When I go back to all the big cases, don't go case by case. Tell me one anecdote in your life when which was the first such big money laundering case you had put your hands into or got associated with in your life?
That was with regard to the home trade scam. That was in the first year of my practice. I really do not recollect details of it.
But one moment, maybe Sharda scam, which was that most shocking moment that you could believe that is level maybe things can happen. And how did you deal with this whole space? Because even if you say power politics hoga, lekin the legal works a different way. But what is the pressure in this corridors?
No, see, there are pressures. But with passing of time, these pressures do not reach me always. With the experience, with the seniority.
But there has been time where you wanted to give up or you were under pressure that...
No, I never gave up anything under any pressure ever. Because what I decided was decided. I learned that whenever you accept a brief, you don't see the political color or don't see the bad nature of the brief, deal it professionally. A person who has come to you, except if it is in conflict of interest, anything, then I can't accept.
But is it possible to deal with it professionally in the high stake cases is my question.
Actually, you need to deal with those cases more professionally because in order so that it doesn't get onto your nerves. That is important.
They are not threatening. They are not intimidating on your career. They have the power to take away all your clout.
Not necessarily. I have passed through, but in this profession, we have to be a climate, not weather. Okay. So when we talk of climate, it's an average of 35 years, 40 years. So ultimately, for 1-2 years, there has been situation where you have, when you are arguing a case, there has been situation where political names involved, just as you know, when in Sharda I was dealing at that point of time. But see, at times, these are tests which has built me over the years. So I take them as a lesson. And that is what has shaped me to what I am today.
And you were able to deal with all of that? Or did you have to succumb to your value system or come over it in a different way?
No. It's completely, I was completely fine. I could keep my ideals, my values. Ultimately, there has been criticism within my very close people as to, with regard to certain matters. Rather, there has been situation that why did I take up certain matters? Why? Then later on, in the long run, they understood that no, I was correct in taking up those matters. Because I never answer. I think time is the best answer.
Any anecdote you want to share? Any incident which you can share, but this has been a turnaround in your life? as a life lesson and in your career? That good you took that stand, but that day you were fearing.
That is what, there was one political leader case. I'll not name that person, but it was a very high stake case. A political leader was arrested. He belonged to complete different political party, and top level of the government was completely against his getting of bail and in this stuff. It got rejected repeated times, and I got him out on bail. So there were few young generation people who used to adore me a lot. They started questioning. So this election, when again they were working with me, they approached me and said, at that time we were not mature enough to understand. Now today we understand why that was being done and why you are professional. We shouldn't, every professional issue should not be dealt in a political view. So I loved that metamorphosis of that comrade. With passing of time, we have seen people change. That he has again been a very good fan of mine, and we have toiled a lot in this election.
So what has been a driver for you to approach a case which no one else could get through the bail, but you managed? Was it that it is one professionally you looked at it, detached? What are the real values that help you? Searching for the truth, working with detachment. What really helps you win these things which others give up and they fail? Is it what makes you a better lawyer, in short?
Accepting challenges which no one accepts.
And what makes you win over the challenge? What is that talent and trait you have which other lawyers then don't have?
I give my everything to those challenges, to overcome those challenges. And I think for every lawyer, it should be a lesson that you have to study. There's no end to it. Every sentence you read adds one point to your experience. So when I get onto a new challenge, I study starting from the scratch. When I feel that I am a fresher, I've come new to the profession, that urge, that zeal.
So you look at the case independently, not with the memory of some old case.
That
knowing
the experience is that, but the energy level I get, that I feel that I am again starting off. And my team is also has been very supportive in this. The entire team into any issues like this, where we have suppose 15,000, 20,000 papers, documentation is needed. So they all jump into the scenario and everybody is round the clock they work.
That means you're a good boss. A very good politician said the team decides how good a boss you are. A good boss doesn't decide the team.
My team, over the years, I give whatever I am. I do give the credit to my team also, because the team keeps on changing, but there are few who have been staying for years and years, and they have been very supportive to me.
They believed in what the ways you have practiced.
And even being thoroughly professional, we work as a family.
So you have your own people also, and that's why standing up for the elections came easy to you. But this gives me a way to AI, the future of justice, because you are a person who has quite believed in the AI and digitized way. You have dealt with cybercrime. Do you think AI then was missing and now AI has come in, so it will help the law and justice and everything to work better? Can it make the justice more efficient? Because cybercrime now is no more limited to few cases. It has become a prevalent way of like everybody fears cybercrime more than the real crime.
You have seen the tagline, AI can make mistakes.
So they can't do justice.
See, you have to be creative. If depending too much on AI, one fine day, the human being will realize that they do not know how to write a simple sentence. The brain will stop working.
It'll take over the brains.
See, technology is good. Technology is a very bad master. It's a good servant.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when there are instances where interns, many from the legal fraternity dependent on the AI, which generated certain judgments and rulings which did not exist.
So it's not accurate for sure.
Yeah, it says so also.
Yeah.
AI can make mistakes. It's clear enough. So
So how do you think the future of cybercrime world can be dealt with using technology, and what are the changes you see for the new crimes, be it cybercrime or not? How technology, AI, all these things will help make law, justice a more efficient corridor?
first and foremost thing is AI should be used for preventive and detecting measures, detecting tool first. But before that, talking of data sharing, see, data is the new fuel.
Yes.
How many of us download the applications from the Play Store, verifying that what data is shared with third parties? Do we?
No.
So we are giving a permission to them
We
to
just go with connect with the Google profile and select, and as fast as we can download it. Minimum thought around what goes.
So you, without your rather I should say, when you download the application, blindly we give the consent. But your data is being shared with third parties. Okay. So there is no privacy in life now. So everything is accessible from every place. So when we think of such a scenario, you understand the future is what will happen. We need laws with regard to AI.
Okay.
I was talking to we wrote many of the authors, renowned academicians. We wrote a book in Bengal. We have compiled a collection of essays in Bengali with AI. One part was with regard to law part of AI. So when I was discussing that, we need to have law. Many countries there are, we have to have a combined law for the Indian subcontinent. You understand why I am talking of that? Because here also, you understand all the data which is being controlled by giants. Suppose, and without your knowledge, they are acting on this data. When you even a chat or a conversation, you delete it, but you ask it to generate a profile of yours, it will generate a profile of yours, collecting for all the information that you have furnished over there. So it is preserving them, keeping them. Now, there we talk of the why I was talking of the Marxist theory of criminology. Suppose there is a common person out here standing, and suppose there is a bicycle over there of someone, and he steals it and gets caught. So it's very easy to prosecute. We'll have a CCTV footage. We'll have someone who saw him taking that. We'll put him in jail, and he'll get prosecuted. Very easy. What I am telling you is an answer to 3 questions back when you talked of money, political laws, and everything. So you'll get your answer here. Now, today, suppose you know without your consent, your data is being kept somewhere and used somewhere. Can you prosecute that person?
No.
Why? That is also theft. This is also theft. That is where the parity of law is not there. That is where then there forms the 2 classes in which the prosecution or the law enforcement or the law acts. That is where we say justice has to be equal for everyone. Equality of justice, when you talk about it, that is for a common man and a rich man and everyone it should be. Only the powerful, the money, they will get through is not the answer. Everybody, it should be equal for everyone. So simple that man cannot afford a good lawyer. He is poor. He is under stress. He stole the bicycle and gets caught. He'll be prosecuted. But even with regard to many other things also, we gave access to all sorts of data on our phone, galleries and everything, right? We share information.
So the crime has also got distributed into classes now. पहले people था.
We talk of classless society, right? Then we talk of equality for everything.
But
Justice
we are creating
also should
as
be equal
many
for
groups
all.
in every aspect now. You think secure job, the government job people are not very complicit in growth? They don't grow. So do we want a growing economy
why
or
do
we
you
want a
think
stuck-up
that it will be
economy?
only government jobs? Suppose Sector 5 was created. Now half of the companies have left. Sector 5 was created. Shouldn't you expect that after 15 years there should have been Sector 6, Sector 7?
You think left will be open to industrialization and growth
They
in the
were.
way
They were.
the BJP has brought in the nation, the attitude? So what BJP brings more than left? Maybe the attitude or the energy with which people feel development humko chahiye. That sense has to belong to everyone.
BJP has packaging and marketing only.
Yeah, but that
ठीक
sells
है?
easy.
That is easier. It is something like पाड़ा में कोई काउंसिलर एक 20,000 का पंप लगा दिया और 1 लाख रुपया खर्चा कर दिया पूरा उसका इनॉग्रेशन के लिए.
So we are Marwadis and we do shadi, we do big bang wedding too.
See, ultimately you have to do. We would say कि चलो 20,000 का पंप अगर इफ इट इज पॉसिबल तो वो वाला पंप वो 1 लाख नहीं खर्चा करके बेटर क्वालिटी का पंप दो 50,000 का पंप लगाओ so that it gives a better longevity and better service to the people. We prefer that. So when we talk in that way, so it's not only the country can't run on 2-3 industrialists of the choice of the government.
So you're again crony capitalism.
See, no, it's not that. There are other businessmen, entrepreneurs in the entire country. Again, when you consider the business area also, there are classes now. With industrialists of 2-3 groups, they are controlling each and every phase, whether it be media, whether it be agriculture, whether it be export, everything. Now, what are the other just businessmen and entrepreneurs
But they say we have not stopped you from growth. It is in your attitude. Aap grow nahi kiye.
Only they have not stopped anybody from growth. Only the thing, you been under my control.
We decide to where you have to grow. We decide your sky is not the limit.
Yes.
But don't you think it is part in the world like that? We have some countries like US, the president himself Trump himself is the owner of businessman, capitalist mind, quite expected, but he's a person who controls.
I will not spare a word for a person who doesn't have this minimum sense that he can just pick up the president of a country and his wife from from their country and bring them to US. Who does not pay regards to the law of the entire world also. Yeah. There are international laws.
Yes, he doesn't believe in anything.
So how can, being a lawyer, I talk of, I am not his defense lawyer right now, okay? So that I will be starting defending his unlawful activities.
Given a chance to be a lawyer for Trump, would you stand up?
No.
He'll pay you a lot.
No. I'll rather prefer to be a prosecutor in that case scenario.
Okay, so what is the biggest blind spot in law enforcement today, according to you?
See, first and foremost thing is that law and order and the investigating should be separate wings. We could get more effective law enforcement. There will be law and order team will be completely separate, and there will be completely separate people who will be investigating cases, who will have the job so that there are lesser lapses and lacuna in the investigation. And with regard to the law enforcement also, round the clock law and order maintenance, there will be lesser disruptions and lesser law and order situations to combat with.
Do you want independence of these agencies also will help? Because if the government has control on the agencies,
government has to have control. No, government has to have control.
They will influence the investigation then. What is the point of being
Who is
separate?
going to private?
You tell me, because if we have CBI, ED, they're under then they say caged parrot hai, CBI.
Government has to be transparent on this. They cannot use this as a tool. Political agenda, they cannot use law enforcement agency as a political tool.
Is there a guarantee any political party won't do that when the situation of their politicians embroiled in it comes? Koi na koi to party mein corrupt ho hi jata hai. So to protect their own people, they control the agencies.
Why do we think it's protecting own people? Why doesn't the political party should think that protecting the citizens, rights of the even the opposition party का जो cadres है, जो workers है, they are also my voters.
You should not treat them like enemies.
See, I have clients all around. When they come to me, only I say, if there is no conflict of interest, I do suggest them, do advise them. Because I have become a lawyer on my own. My identity has been created not to pick and choose on the basis of their political color.
Because that changes. I've seen so many shift in the party. जो जीतता है वहीं पे लोग shift कर जाते हैं. We've seen this
That is the problem.
jumping
That
around.
is the
So why
problem.
to fight for the loyalty मेरा आदमी when the next election you might see him go on the other side.
कोई प्रचार में जब जाता है अपना लोगों से ही
You
प्रचार
just
करता
see
है.
Raghav Chadda. Just now we saw one.
This was
like openly saying अब आम आदमी party is not mine, BJP is mine. So we cannot believe in the loyalty of any party member because the career is more important now. I think politics is more about the career growth rather than the growth of the people.
Yeah, you can say that.
Who becomes the CM or where does my career stand?
That's where the left are so different and unique.
So you're taking all my questions into your side for answers. If elected, how would you modernize the policing and justice system? Is there any
technology based mostly? The entire this law enforcement agencies should adapt from the ekdam ground loop base level. Police staff should be more well versed with the technology, and many senior police officials who have retired from service, their experience, their expertise, their knowledge should be brought into the training sessions of the police training schools, police training academies, and there should be, I should say, frequent. I feel that there has been a situation where from the initial inception I have seen police officers, some serve the urban areas more and some to completely rural areas. They should get adapted to all kinds of situations. They
should be shifted around frequently too.
Yes. That is
otherwise they only look at one perception,
exactly.
one
because
lens.
You have to understand it's a psychology. It's understanding the common man's psychology, right? Because they need to cater to difficult situations and high profile situations both in that way.
Bengal's biggest governance failure, what is the reason according to you? What is the biggest governance failure in Bengal? If today you come, and we wish you win also, so how
last 15 years has seen only corruption. A corruption-free government is the only solution to every problem.
Is it possible properly to get completely, because the population is big, you can't compare to countries like Singapore and all that we become as corruption-free as them?
Government has to be come down strict upon all public servants on this.
So you think more of penalizing people will help in getting to know corruption?
It's not penalizing people. It's creating clear cut. What are the consequences of corruption? That has to be clearly stated.
So is that again a strong, like in some countries, UAE and all, you have strict action, rape cases, strict action, castrations, extreme action. So do you believe in those criminal extreme?
We are
capital
not,
punishments and all?
We will never ever say anything which is in violation of the human rights. Okay. Again, so
maintaining that, getting to that goal is going to be tough because
no. The left regime saw this government had stated numerous times that they'll bring up various corruptions of the left regime. They couldn't bring anything. So we are accustomed to giving a corruption-free governance.
In how long time it will take?
That timeline has to be set because there are innumerable scams which has to be probed into properly. All are not with the CBI
and
or
innovation
the ED.
Is happening in crimes also.
Not all things are not with the CBI or ED. Those things with the passing of, we will obviously look into them, the government, if the left comes to power, and subsequently there will be only the past curing also. No? New things when will be implemented. Those things, the policies will be framed as far as possible, obviously for the interest of the public, and checkpoints where minimum corruption, where the corruption can be avoided completely. Because we have in our agenda also, there is a report card system of a 60 days, 120 days. Every time there will be a status report will be seen that what is the growth and the development. The more accountability is there, the lesser corruption will be there.
Very interesting. The conversation cannot go to an end because talking to a lawyer cannot be wrapped in 1 hour. So I think it's a wrong way for me to sit on a podcast with you. I should go on a unending podcast for a week. And then I take out all the scams and all that. And you will not reveal otherwise. What is the secret of so many? Then also you never said. But a very quick, I can say a final fire chat kind of a thing is if you have to say in one word for this. One word that comes to your head for justice in India.
Justice. justice delayed is justice denied, not always. It's justice hurried is also justice buried, I should say.
Wow. That's nice. Yeah, we always believe the first part. The second part looks.
Because too much of hype case, media cases, we find in trial is finished in a very short while. At times we should keep in mind that justice hurried is justice buried also.
That much time is required for serving.
Yes, everything you.
जो वक्त लग रहा है वो सही है, उतना होना ही
No,
चाहिए.
there should be again. It shouldn't be unending. At the same time, just because it's a hyped case, चलो 7 दिन में investigation खत्म कर देते हैं. No. That shouldn't
can
be.
be. Bengal politics.
Left is the future. Left only can bring in a good future.
CPIM today.
A new red wave.
A case that changed you personally.
Sharda, Sam, a lot.
A leader you admire beyond ideology. Can be anywhere in the world also.
No. Jyoti Basu.
What do you like about him? Anything you remember?
Everything about him. he cannot be compared with anyone.
One misconception people have about lawyers.
They drag on the case unnecessarily. That's not truth, because there are circumstances which are beyond the control of the lawyers. So those things happen.
Can we still say Indian judicial system is trustworthy for justice? Or we should trust in the judiciary despite so many issues of less lawyers, less judges, so many benches.
You have to believe in the justice delivery system. You have to believe in the judiciary. We have always been vocal, and we will remain vocal, that there should be independence of judiciary. That is the most important thing. It should be free from any sort of influence, be it media, be it political, everything.
It is under influence now.
See, I'll not comment on anything on that, but we always will speak on the independence of judiciary. But we find there has been situation where the role of the judges, the role of a Supreme Court judge, when speaking openly, being in chair, praising the Prime Minister, that shouldn't be the scenario. We find when judges post their retirement, choosing to offer a particular political party, going to become the MPs. Judges should because when you are impartial, you are a human being. Fine. So you have chosen a path to remain impartial, to deliver justice. That is independent of your own political thought even. So the honorable judges should always stay aloof from this path.
It's like taking a bigger elevated path and then coming down at convenience of, I guess you've taken a detachment road and then you want
judges are something, they are above everything. We see, when we say still we utter your lordship. So I think the independence of the judiciary of any country should be held the highest.
Thank you so much, Mr. Raha. It was really nice to begin this conversational series with you. But I'm not going to end it there. I'm sure we'll find more time.
Sure.
And we'll sit on more subjects which are more relevant, and we can deliberate on that.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.